Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Super excited today. You guys know that there are our two favorite ways of getting around, of traveling, is by train and by cruise ship. We just got off a cruise ship here in LA, and our daughter's going to take us over to the train station. We have about 1 week to make it to our next cruise, which is in Miami. So we are going to take the Coast Starlight up to Seattle, and then we're going to take it across over to Chicago, work our way down to Miami from LA. So from the Golden State to the Sunshine State, and we're going to hop on a cruise when we get there. So we're going to bring you guys along on our train journey. You guys grab a drink. You're probably going to need a snack too. Buckle up and let's get ready to board the train. All right, guys, we've arrived at the Van Nuys train station. Normally we would leave from the Burbank station or go down into town and leave from LA Union Station, but unfortunately they cut out the Burbank stop from the Coast Starlight. So here we are in Van Nuys, ready to hop on the train. All right, guys, our train is almost here. We just left the station and now we're walking up here to the platform. So it's just a little bit away, like the station's back there, and up here is where we're going. Walking up to the little station. And actually the staff here at the Van Nuys station is so nice. They're so sweet. So they've given us all the directions, and we're gonna meet them up here on the platform for when the train gets here. Okay, fighting for my life here, but made it up the ramp, this ramp here, with my bag, and now gonna wait here for the train. All right, our train is arriving. So getting on in Van Nuys, just an FYI, if you leave the station with the staff about 10-ish minutes before you board, so you do have a little bit of a walk from the station to the actual platform. They do have carts where they'll do kind of like a red cap service type thing, you know, for anyone with mobility issues. They did put them on the cart and bring them over. There's a ramp and stairs, so if you're pulling luggage, you can pull your luggage up the ramp like we did, or you can use the stairs up to the platform. But just so you know, there is a little bit of a walk, and if you get to the station like 10 minutes before and there's nobody in there, just know that you need to make your way to the platform as quickly as possible, because you're probably going to be boarding soon.
All right, we just got on board. We're looking at the menu already because we're a little bit hungry, and lunch is coming up. So I usually get this natural Angus burger, but I see they do have the grilled patty melt, which I've been wanting to try. Haven't had that yet, so I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to get. That is going to be great. And then for dinner, the pearl tempura shrimp looks amazing. And you know I like the Amtrak signature flat iron steak, so that's probably going to be what I go with there. But for dessert, I do want to try this chocolate spoon cake. I have not had that yet. Hopefully they have it on board, because that is one that has been eluding me, and the chocolate cake seems to elude me every time, but hopefully we can get that chocolate cake tonight.
So headed north on the Coast Starlight, and we've passed Oxnard. We're between Oxnard and Santa Barbara, and we're seeing some beautiful views out of the window here. Look at that, right there on the beach. Now we're across the street, but you can see surfers out there. Look at how pretty that is. Wow. The views are so beautiful. We are in room number 2, so we are on the side where you can see the water here, and it's really amazing what you can see. Got some houses here. We're in a little bit. When we get to Santa Barbara, when we pass Santa Barbara, we'll be seeing quite a bit more too. All right, guys, we made it to the Santa Barbara stop. It's our first fresh air break since we left Van Nuys. So it's beautiful here. They even have the Greyhound Santa Barbara station. Train is here behind me, and they got that old South Pacific train car sitting there. So yeah, we're just kind of stretching our legs out. Probably don't need to stretch them too much just because we just got on the train. But yeah, just walking it out here. And I think once we get in there, we've got lunch at 12:30, so we'll be heading in to grab something to eat.
Folks, if it's the first time you've been on a train in a long time, please take a look at the safety card located in the seat back in front of you, or in your accommodations, and familiarize yourself with the safety information of this train. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't forget to flag them to a uniformed Amtrak employee. Ladies and gentlemen, our next station stop 2.5 hours away is going to be beautiful St. Luis Obispo. St. Luis Obispo is 2.5 hours. We're going to have some fantastic views of the Pacific Coast, as well as the Vandenberg Space Force Base. My sources indicate there is a rocket on the pad today, due to a failed launch yesterday. So keep your eyes peeled, your cameras ready. You never know what you see out here, folks. Once again, a wonderful welcome aboard Amtrak train number 14, the northbound Coast Starlight, final destination of Seattle.
Okay, got the burger, cheeseburger, and I'm gonna put all the veggies in mine. So let's put the tomato, onions, maybe not all the onions because Rob might not want to be in the room with me if I put that much on, but I do want to put all the tomatoes on. Look at that. This is gonna be too big, but look at this. Oh, she's so beautiful. All right, let's take a ginormous bite. Look away right now. So good. and that would be it right there. All right, we are in a bathroom. This is a Superliner 1. So let's take a look around here. What I love about the Superliner 1 is that it's a little bit bigger for the bathrooms here. So let's take a peek. First of all, you've got the commode that sits here in the corner. So you've got this space on both sides, and the trash is right here. When you come in, you want to see this little light lit up. It is lit up. It doesn't look like it, but it is. When you lock the door, you'll see this light is on. And you've got the sink here. And you push this, and the water runs. And then it turns itself off. You've got your soap, your towels, a little mirror here for getting ready, outlets, and some covers for the seats, and your toilet paper. This to hang on to. Train moves around a lot, so you want to make sure you're, got your wits about you in here. There's also a changing table in here, as you'll note, so that's a really nice addition as well. Let's go take a look at the shower room now.
Hey, good afternoon.
Okay, we're just across from the bathrooms right here in the shower, which is labeled the dressing room. And let me show you around here real quick. So you got a little hook right here. You can hang some things. Make sure you lock it. And you'll see the little light lit up here. So that's good right there. Kind of gives you the instructions a little bit. Okay, and then right here we've got some soap like that for you, deodorant soap. And a nice mirror here. Hi. You've got 2 outlets if you want to dry your hair, 120 volts. And then they do provide towels for you in here. And this is a pretty good space if you kind of look around, swirl around here. It's a pretty good size space. It's big enough. You've got bars everywhere so that you do not fall over. That would be very bad. And then let's take a look inside the shower. There's another hook here where you could put your towel before you go in. And then just pull on the door. It's a magnetic strip right there. So inside, there's also another hook right there. And then take a look at this space. It's pretty good. I'm going to stand in here. And you can see kind of what that looks like. It's pretty good, right? Not bad, not a bad space. Got another bar in here. Close that door so it doesn't swing. Got another bar in here. Got 2 here in case you want to set some stuff. And then you've got 2 sets of instructions to turn the water on here and here. And then this is removable. You can just unhook it and use it. There's also a seat for stability as well if you're a little nervous about falling over or whatever. So that's pretty good. I think this is a pretty good space. All right, I'm gonna go back out here. And there we go. So that's a pretty good space. I'll show you out here what that looks like with me standing here also. All right, so we're gonna head back to the room and relax for a little bit and keep bringing you along on this fun journey on the Coast Starlight.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are coming into our station stop at San Luis Obispo. Once again, folks, if San Luis Obispo is your station stop, please watch your step as you exit the train. We do thank you so much for choosing Amtrak. On behalf of the San Luis Obispo-based conductors and engineers here, we hope you enjoyed a wonderful train ride. And for those of you continuing on, just a reminder, the on-time departure out of here is 8:05. The next conductors and engineers will likely leave on schedule. So stand there by the train and listen to the all board if you're continuing on with us. So enjoy a wonderful day. Enjoy that beautiful sunshine. Have a wonderful day, everybody. This is San Luis Obispo.
All right, we're stopped here at San Luis Obispo, and we are getting a really nice fresh air break. This one's a little bit longer because it's a crew change. We did just have a really great conductor by the name of Andrew, and he told us his grandmother, Mary, watches our channel. So hi, Mary, from San Luis Obispo. And he's actually getting off the train now, and we're getting a new one. Lots of new staff coming on, but that will be exciting as well. We've had amazing staff so far on this train. Very exciting stuff. So we're gonna walk around here, stretch our legs while we've got this chance, because we don't get a ton of breaks to get out and be able to walk around. So we're gonna do that right now, stretch our legs here and enjoy the fresh, beautiful air of California.
We just got off the train here in Salinas, and it's gotten a little bit colder.
It's much cooler than we're used to.
But we're enjoying the fresh air. It feels nice and crisp. I love it.
It is quite crispy. It feels more like fall. So let's go walk around and see if we can warm up just a little bit.
Okay.
All right, guys, let me give you a little room tour here before I head to dinner. Let's start actually with the top. We usually start with my bed down below. I'm going to show you what Rob's penthouse is all about. So this is what it looks like here. So look at the space you've got here. So, I mean, that's a little bit more than a hand's length there. So it's a, you know, fairly tight space, and the same thing here. And also note the curve. This actually curves here. So it does kind of take away from the amount of space. And you've got, right now we're just storing the pillows up here because we don't need them, and the blankets. And then this mattress, this is actually the mattress for my bed downstairs. During the day, it's stored up here. So this is what it's like up here. And I actually usually let Rob have this one, and he uses it up here because this mattress is not really that thick. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker on the updated ones like this one, but it's still not thick enough. So I usually give him this one because I don't really need it, because the seats down below are pretty thick. I'll show you those in just a minute. So this is what it looks like here. That's the length of it there. And then you've got this little netting here, which you could put some things in. And then there's also a little baggie here. And Rob usually will put his glasses in there and snacks, water, and the same thing within here, so that he's got someplace to store his things. There's also coat hooks here, and then two more, one here and one there. And this is actually a closet right here next to me. I'm gonna open that up. As you can see, there's a couple of hangers here, some hand towels and washcloths for the shower down below, and the regular towels are downstairs at the shower. And then there's an extra blanket in here as well. So that's pretty much the upstairs area. I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to show you my area here down below. Let's see if I can get that up there without making a ruckus. Here we go. Okay, got it up there. Yay. So all right, so let's take a look at this area down below. Let's look at this first seat. So this is actually the seat that Rob is sitting in right now. He's facing away from the direction of travel, and you can see it's the new upholstered seats. Look at how nice these are. It's nice and cushiony, as you can see right here. Got a nice cushion. This is nice and cushioned. This is how come I give up my mattress for Rob, because this is nice cushion seat. It's very comfortable, actually. You could see that. Very comfortable to lay on, so I'm good without the mattress that they give me. This actually has space underneath. Rob's got his bag down here, and this is actually, the room attendant will make up the bed. We'll lift this while pushing that, slide it out, and it does that on both sides, and that's how it turns into the bed. You got an armrest here, just enough room for a small backpack, and then there's also a little trash can down here, which you'd be surprised how much trash you come up with in your room while you're in here. So that is that side. And then over here, you've got your one outlet that's in the room. Why we highly recommend the adapter that we carry with us, so you could charge 5 things at once, and it is not an electrical hazard or fire hazard at all. So you can do that. We've got a link for that down in the description. Put that here. You can charge multiple things. This is the only outlet in this room. You've got the temperature control here. We've got it turned all the way to cooler. It does get a little bit cooler, but really it's not like gonna turn, you know, your room into like a freezer or anything. You can always turn it to normal or turn it to warmer if you prefer. This is just a little light right here, a reading light that you can use, so that's quite nice. Like I said, this is a really comfortable seat, nice and big, and plenty of space. You've got the curtain that you can pull across, and then they velcro in the middle. Now your air, the heat will sometimes come out of here during the winter time. You got a little, not really cup holder, but cup place here, and the armrest is basically still the same. You've got your table here, which is again the same. It just pulls out like normal. Got a couple things here. And now let's take a look at my seat. So on this side, this is what we've got, the same little you know, push and pull, and that's how the attendant makes the bed. And then here's the seat. It's quite comfortable. Again, it's the same seat as the other side. It's nice and pushy, as you can see, nice and plush. So it's really quite comfortable to lay on. I just put a sheet on it, and then I'm good to go down here once the attendant makes up the bed. This is actually the steps for going up to the bed upstairs. You put 1 foot here, 1 foot here, and then at night I just store this bag underneath here so that it's out of the way. That way in the nighttime, Rob doesn't have to worry about possibly stepping on the bag while he's coming down the steps. So at night he just comes down, 1 step here, 1 step here, and he's on the ground there. And that's usually where we keep our pair of flip-flops. So that's this side, and then let's take a look here real quick. Finish this up. We've got our ceiling light, turn it off, and then you can also turn the night light on. This is push to call the attendant. Music controls, this doesn't really work anymore. They used to, I think, way back in the day, pump music into the rooms. They don't anymore. And then this, of course, is that reading light again, and it does turn, so you can move it if you like, in any direction. Same thing here, curtain pulls shut if you want it, and you're good to go. There's a little cubby in here. I don't think people really use that for much. I've never stored anything in there before. And then there's a little mirror here to help you get ready in the morning. So that's pretty much the space here. Like I said, it's not a huge space. It's a roomette. It's not their biggest, but as you can see, that's a pretty decent. I mean, it's enough for just spending the night. It is one of our favorite, and we do recommend getting 2 of these instead of a bedroom if you both want to sleep just on the bottom and don't want to sleep on the top. So we're probably going to freshen up here and head over to dinner, and we'll bring you guys along so you can see what all we decide to choose from the traditional dining menu. He said, let's get her going. He's trying to make up some time. He's trying to get somewhere.
All right, cheers.
Thank you. I'm going to put the A1 on. Alright, let's get some on here that's important. Oh boy, that came out much faster than I anticipated. Look at this. Ooh, that looks good. That's really good. Really tender too. That was really good. Ooh, that was good.
Yeah, they think they're gonna somebody else. They'll pay like $4,000 and pay all their bills on it. It doesn't work. Nobody incorporated.
Okay, so let's take a look at what the nighttime setup looks like. Here is my bed. I'm sitting on it. Here, and here's Rob's. He's got his stuff up here. His blankie here. His pillow there. I think he's gonna switch sides though. And then these are the steps he uses to come up. And I'm gonna switch sides too. I think I'm gonna put my head on that side. So.
And it has been a great day on the train, and we have had a fabulous time. It's been a full day, and we are pretty tired, so I am up here in the upper bunk. You can see there isn't a ton of room up here, but I'm pretty used to it, and I enjoy sleeping up here. Allie's on the lower bunk. It's been a full day though, so we're gonna turn the lights out and go to bed, and we will see you in the morning. So it's time for lights out. All right, guys, we're here in Klamath Falls stretching our legs and getting some beautiful sunshine. It feels really nice out today, perfect weather. So we are going to hop back onto the train here after stretching our legs, and we are going to, I think, grab some breakfast too. It's a little bit chilly out. We just got off for our first fresh air break, but now we're gonna grab some breakfast. We're gonna order some to the room here. So we have the menu. I am looking at the 3-egg omelet or the railroad French toast. Haven't decided yet, but I'll probably go with that railroad French toast. All right, I ordered the railroad French toast for breakfast, and it comes with a bunch of strawberries, which is amazing. And then they said I can have bacon or sausage. I got the bacon because Ellie got some sausage, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna trade piece for a piece. But look at the views we've got out here. This is amazing. Quite a setting for breakfast this morning. It's gonna get cold, that's fine. It's almost lunch.
When people ask us, why do you guys take the train? It takes so long. Want to know why? Because you do not get views like this on a plane or in the car. Look at that. It's so beautiful.
All right, folks, our next station stop will be Eugene, Oregon. Eugene, Oregon is our next station stop. Estimated travel time is approximately 3 hours. However, in about 45 minutes as we start to ascend into the Cascade Mountains, we will be losing all cell service. So if you have any phone calls or texts or anything to download onto your personal device, now would be the time to do that. We'll be without that cell service for approximately 2 to 2.5 hours. When we do arrive to Eugene, it will be a fresh air stop. Give you more information about that upon arrival. Thank you.
All right, it is lunchtime here on the train, and we got food ordered to our room so that we can enjoy the views while we're eating. I got the savory chili, and I got it with the onions, bacon, cheese, and the sour cream. This is meant to be a vegan dish, so obviously you could leave off the cheese, the sour cream, and the bacon if you wanted the full vegan option, but I think that's pretty good. It looks really good, nice and thick.
Conductors to the 13 car. There's your convenience. Conductors to the 13 car, please. Thank you.
All right, guys, we made it over the beautiful Cascades. We are now here in Eugene, Oregon on a fresh air break, trying to get a few steps in and trying to get some fresh air.
This service all the way to LA, California, or excuse me, all the way to Seattle. LA is tomorrow. Alright, you were given a piece of paper with your destination and a number on it. That will be your assigned seat until you reach your destination. We do ask that you please do not trade or swap seats along the route. There is a plan for each one of these seats all the way from LA to Seattle, which is our final destination today.
Not yet.
Alright, you were given a piece of paper with a number on it. That will be your assigned seat until you reach your destination. We do ask that you please do not trade or swap seats along the route. There is a plan for each one of these seats all the way from LA to Seattle, which is our final destination today. And would you like to stick to that plan? Safety is priority number one for us here at Amtrak, so I do encourage you to take a look at that safety pamphlet in front of you, then take a look around yourself and locate the nearest emergency exit. There is no smoking or vaping of any kind on any Amtrak train, and the consumption of personal alcohol is strictly prohibited in the coach cars. Folks, we do require you to wear your shoes as you traverse the train. This includes the restrooms, the dining car, and the cafe/observation car. Please wear your shoes. Speaking of the restrooms, they'll be located on the lower level of your accommodations. There are no restrooms in the dining car or in the cafe/observation car. Folks, mind you, the systems on these trains are very sensitive. Please do not flush or place anything into the toilet that does not belong there. If one restroom goes out of service, the entire system for that car will go out of service. Also, as a reminder, we all know this, we are on public transportation. When approaching that restroom door, please give it a courtesy knock before attempting to open. And then once you're inside, to avoid any embarrassing moments, remember to lock that door. If you are traveling with anybody younger than the age of 13, they must be accompanied wherever they go. You go as well. Our next station stop, folks, will be Albany, Oregon. Albany, Oregon is our next station stop. Approximate travel time is about 45 minutes to Albany. This will be for Albany passengers only. Until then, sit back, relax, enjoy. Please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to fellow passengers. Be kind to our crew. We will have an amazing trip. Thank you for choosing Amtrak. Above you in that luggage rack and then that seat compartment in front of you. Also, please gather up any garbage or trash you may have collected along the way. Dispose of that in the receptacle at either end of the car or the one near the stairwell. Once the train has come to a full stop, you can use that stairwell to get to the lower level where your exit door will be located. If you have any checked bags, those bags can be reclaimed inside of the station approximately 5 to 10 minutes after we arrive. For those of you that are traveling further north with us, Portland is a fresh air stop. You're more than welcome to step off the train, get some fresh air, stretch your legs. However, Portland platform is a non-smoking platform. The reason for this is we do refuel the engines here at Portland. So if you do want to smoke or vape, you'll have to go inside of the station, out the front door to the designated smoking area. If you choose to do this, folks, take your ticket with you. Portland platform is a closed platform, and you will need that ticket to get back onto the platform, thusly getting back onto the train. If you also do choose to do this, make sure that you are listening for the boarding and reboarding announcements for train 14. those of you that are going to need red cap service, that red cap service will be available on the platform. They make many trips to and from the station. And for those of you that have a connecting train, train 28, the Empire Builder, listen up, this is for you. Once again, for those of you that have a connecting train, train 28, Empire Builder, we are going to do what is called a train-to-train transfer, which means you're going to step off of this train, and then someone will be on the platform to guide you to where you need to go directly to train 28. If you have any checked bags, those bags will be removed from this train and placed onto your train. You will not have to touch your checked bags will be removed from this train and placed on train 28 for you. Alright, once again folks, coming up to Portland, Oregon, the City of Roses.
All right, we just pulled in here to Portland, gonna stretch our legs. It's a fresh air break and they're refreshing a few things on the train and refueling. So we have some time to at least get, I would say 500, maybe 1,000 steps, we'll see. We're gonna leave them in the dust.
We're going faster than that.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, approaching our station stop in Vancouver, Washington. Vancouver is your destination at this time. Please look around your seated area, gather up any personal items you brought with you and prepare for your exit here in Vancouver. However, for your safety, please stay in the seated area until the train comes to a complete stop. Once we stop, use the seatbacks and handrails to safely make your way downstairs to the exit. Please watch your step. When stepping off the train, there is a gap between the train and the platform. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, Vancouver.
Okay guys, it is a dinner time here on the train, and today I have gone off script and I've decided to go with a steak. So I got the steak and it comes with the mashed potatoes and the carrots and your green beans, and this really looks quite good. It looks like it was cooked by touching it to my specifications, so I think I'm gonna dig into this. I also got as my appetizer the pearl tempura shrimp, which looks quite good. It looks like it comes with this little sauce here. Oh, that like a sweet chili sauce. Oh, I love that sauce. And then I did get, you do get one alcoholic beverage per person for dinner for the ride. So not every day, just for one meal. And so I decided to get the Cabernet, so I'm gonna have that because that goes well with meat. So that's what I'm gonna have for my dinner. I'm gonna enjoy some views here, and I will spare you watching me eat.
If you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know that I do love chocolate cake, and I have had over the years the hardest time getting the chocolate cake on Amtrak. Well, today I am proud to say I have the chocolate cake, and I'm going to enjoy this one because it's been several years in the making for me to get this cake, and let's just see how it is. That was really good chocolate cake. It is so rich. It's going to be hard to eat the whole thing. It's that rich. It's kind of like just like a big thick brownie with chocolate frosting in the middle. It is really, really good. Very rich. I really like it. I'm gonna have another bite.
All right, guys, so we are super excited because we booked a room here at the Crowne Plaza, downtown Seattle, and we used a upgrade coupon to get the junior suite. So let's take a quick peek at it. You got a nice desk area here, lots of charging opportunities, plenty for us, a nice big couch, a chair, little table here. So this is the whole living room area. Very nice. And so guys, in order to get this, we did use our IHG card, and you get the 4th night free. So we're here for 4 nights, got 1 night free, plus we did earn a reward from staying enough nights at IHG, so we were able to get a confirmable room upgrade, and that's what we're using here. This here is the bathroom. So if you guys are interested in that card, we do have a link to it down in the description. It's a pretty incredible feature. As you can see, it's nice to have the tub here in the bathroom. And then this is the bedroom portion. You'll notice there's a door between the living room and the bedroom, so making it a suite. Got a nice little closet here with the robes. Now the cool thing too about this room is that it has a view of the Space Needle. So I'm gonna have to turn these lights out to show you guys. You can see it from the living room, but you can also see it from the bedroom. So I'm gonna turn this light out, so now you can't see me, but I'm gonna try to show you, I'm gonna attempt to show you the Space Needle, which is right out here. You can kind of see the top of it. My finger is over it right here. That is the Space Needle. So we got a nice view of it from the room here. It's pretty cool. We're really looking forward to exploring here in Seattle. It is a place that we do enjoy visiting.
All right, guys, we've been walking around the city enjoying all kinds of spectacular things that you can do in Seattle. We got pretty hungry, so we saw this little deli here, Madison Street Deli. Thought we'd pop into what they have. Turns out they have some great sandwich options, all kinds of sandwiches, club sandwiches, Italian sandwiches. You know I got the Italian sandwich, so this is what that looks like. I'm gonna try that right now. Oh, that was very good.
All right, we learned from the National Park Service Rails and Trails program that was on our train on the Coast Starlight, told us about this one. the Klondike Gold Rush Museum. So we're gonna go in and check that out. I think it's free. We'll find out when we get inside. And it's supposed to be a really cool exhibit. So let's go in there and check that out. All right, it is free to enter the museum. They have a lot of really cool stuff. They got it set up, and then they have tons of great information on here as well. So let's take a look around. All right, we decided to walk over to the Chinatown area, so we're gonna walk around and probably get some food to eat. This would be a great place to try some things. All right, we are big fans of Chinese soup dumplings, xiaolongbao. We've had Din Tai Fung in Taiwan, the originals. We want to try out this dough zone here in Seattle. All right, we made it to the front entrance of the public market. We're gonna go in and look around. We are probably gonna sample some things. Right now I can tell you I see hot spice cider. There's also ice cold cider. I know Rob is gonna wanna sample that. We'll see what else we run into. I also see lavender apple cider. A lot of things I'm interested in, and I'm not even inside, so let's go in and take a look. We are getting ready to board the Empire Builder. We got here a little bit early, so they are controlling the amount of people that are in the station. As you can see, it's kind of empty back here behind me, but they are trying to control the amount of people coming in, so they're only letting passengers, but they did let us in. They let us check our bags, and we could hang out here basically for the afternoon waiting for our train. All right, guys, so the King Street Station is in Seattle, Washington, and this station services several Amtrak lines, including Cascades, Coast Starlight, and of course the Empire Builder, which we are riding today. There are also some commuter trains that run through here and a couple other different trains, as well as just a run through for some freight trains. It is actually located on the south end of downtown Seattle in Pioneer Square. This neighborhood is great because you can walk right out and there's actually hotels and eateries and all that kind of stuff. So if you need to run out and get something to eat, you can do that very easily right from this station, which is great. So we take off from here and we head right onto the train. We board and we are excited to head out on the Empire Builder. This is a long distance passenger train. It operates about 3 times a week right now between Seattle and Chicago and back and forth. It does run also through Portland. It was introduced in 1929. It was the flagship passenger train of the Great Northern Railway and its successor, the Burlington Northern Railway. And it was retained by Amtrak when it took over the intercity rail service in 1971. So the end-to-end travel time of this route is about 45 to 46 hours. The train runs an average speed of about 50 miles per hour. That's about 80 kilometers per hour. And it is one of the busiest long-distance routes on Amtrak. And this train is great when you take off from Seattle. As you can see here, you've been enjoying the view from the train. Runs right along the coast of Puget Sound. So head right to the observation car when you get on board so that you can enjoy the views from the moment you take off from Seattle, Washington. We just got off here in Montana getting some fresh air. Surprisingly, it's quite warm here. I was not expecting that. We got a nice long break here. There's not as many smoke breaks, walking breaks here on the Empire Builder because, well, we're mostly in like Montana. There's not a lot of places to stop. Hey guys, so I'm back to give you another tour of our roomette. The beds are made and it's a little bit different on this train. We are on the Empire Builder, so I'm going to show you around the room a little bit again because it's a bit different. This is actually a little bit older train. We thought maybe it was a little bit newer because it was a bit more spacious, but they actually condensed it a little bit when they redesigned the cars. So this is actually a little bit older train, but I want to show you one of the things that's different is if we look closely here in the corner, the light in the corner has a little button that you flip here, and then you've got actually volume control in here, which I think is a great feature. So what you're controlling is the volume of, you can turn it up or down. So if you want it louder or quieter, and it's the announcements that you'll hear inside here, but you can also turn it off and you don't have to hear the announcements at all if you don't want to, if you're sleeping or whatever in the night, which I just figured out after the first night. So anyways, now you know that if you're in the train and it says music control, you're actually controlling the volume of the announcements that are being made. Like right now there's an announcement being made outside. You can't hear it in here because I had turned it off in here. Yay. Then you also have the push button here for calling the attendant to come and if you need anything in the room, like if you want drinks, because you have unlimited beverages on the train, you can call the attendant, they can come and do that, or you can have the attendant make the beds for you or break them down for you, and you don't have to worry about trying to figure that out or having to wrestle it or anything like that. So that's great too. And then you also have the light switch that turns the overhead lights on and off. Or you can also have one of the two lights on, and it's actually going to be just one of the two lights, because it's like they call it the night light. Rob is actually sleeping on the top bunk, and he's going to give you a little tour of what things look like up there. Here you go.
All right, so I like to call this up here the Amtrak penthouse. And that just makes me feel better. It's a little bit smaller space. As you can see, this is the ceiling, and kind of leaning up on your elbow, your head will hit the ceiling. Although this car, there is probably about 2 inches more space than the last one we were on the Coast Starlight. Also, there's these safety harnesses here that you hook in. You just hook them right into the ceiling, and they don't feel like they're gonna do much for you, but honestly, if you were to fall, I think they would catch me pretty easily, so that's a good thing.
It's like seatbelt material.
Like a seatbelt material, yeah. The other thing I would say is you want to have your feet, when you're sleeping, down on the stairs end of the bunk, because it is almost impossible, because of how tight this is, to turn around in here. And so when you get out of the bunk, you just want to kind of slide down and put your feet down like this, which I'm going to do now, so I can show you a few other things and a few other tips that are up here. So now that I'm down a little bit, you can see that there's this black kind of netting that holds actually a lot of stuff. So I have quite a few snacks up here. I have my Nintendo, have some water, basically anything I would need in the night. And then there's this little pouch, which is where I put my glasses and such. The other thing to keep in mind about the top bunk is that there are no outlets up here. In fact, there's only one outlet in the entire room. So what I do for that is I have brought a portable power bank, and I can plug my phone and my batteries into that, and they can be charging up here, and I don't have to try to string one down there or get one from Allie in the night. So the last thing that I would say, tip that I would have if you're staying on the top bunk, is you want to have a pair of flip-flops to have on the floor down there, because it would be almost impossible to put shoes on up here. And if you try to put them on down there, you're probably going to wake the person up. You're going to have to sit on their bed to do it. So I would definitely bring flip-flops if you're trying to go out at night or use the bathroom, whatever, because it is it's fine for sleeping, but it's pretty tight for maneuvering and trying to do anything else.
All right, guys, had a great ride on the train. We took an Uber from Chicago Union Station to the Hyatt Regency, which is where I am right now. And we checked in, we booked, with using points, we booked a standard king size room. And when we got here to check in, because we have globalist status, they did upgrade us to a suite. You will not believe this room. I have to show it to you. So let's take a minute here and take a look at this room, guys. We've got this little counter here, which is kind of like a little kitchen area. This right here is a little fridge where we have the stuff. We've got a table here to sit and eat. We're probably not going to eat any meals here, but table for 4 right there. And then we have this nice console here with a TV and this little credenza thing here. These are all storage, by the way. So all this is storage area, which is crazy. And then sitting area here. We'll look at the view here in just a second. But this is tons of space. This is so crazy how big this is. There's more, guys. This is the bed area here. Really nice nightstand on both sides. Desk area there. Hello. The only thing that's a little bit unusually small is the bathroom for such a large room. This bathroom is actually teeny tiny. It's probably the size of like the regular standard rooms. Another huge TV right here. Pretty crazy. Again, like I said, the desk space here, but still look at all this room. And then over here, closet area, but also closet here. And these robes are unusual. We've not seen these before. They are like hoodies, like sweatshirt, which is kind of cool. So this is really quite the deal that they gave us here. Like I said, we used points to book this, and because we have the globalist status, they gave us the upgrade to the suite when we checked in. It comes with tons of perks. If you want more information on how you could do that, the card we used is linked down below in the description, so go check that out and get the information. And yeah, we're just really excited to be back in Chicago. We get to see our son, and we get to explore one of our favorite cities in the US. But before I go, I told you I was going to show you the view, and I totally forgot. You're probably like, where's this view she's talking about? Look at this gorgeous view. The river right here. You can see the tours here, the tour boats right there. This is the other tower to the Hyatt Regency. There's an east and a west tower, and this little bridge connects it. And actually, the lounge is up on the top here of this tower, but you can see all the iconic buildings here in the city and the water. It's a gorgeous view. Again, we're excited to be here and ready to explore. All right, nighttime, which means it's dinner time. And I think, well, we're in Chicago, so we always got to get a little pizza. So we're headed out to try out Pizzanos, and I want to see what that's going to be like. I think we're leaning towards not getting a deep dish this time, which is quite a departure from what we normally do. So we are headed out to Pizzanos. It's not too far from the hotel here. It's actually right across the street practically from Millennium Park. So we're gonna take a nice evening stroll, get some steps in, and grab some dinner. All right, guys, we are back to the room from Pizzanos, and let me tell you right now, it's got me questioning my love for deep dish pizza in Chicago. This thin crust pizza was so good, and I think everybody goes there for the thin crust because everybody around us was getting the same type of pizza. I don't think I saw any deep dish pizzas being ordered around me, so I think it's the pizza to get. So if you don't want to get deep dish or you don't like deep dish, then go to Pizzanos because their thin crust was unbelievable. And it wasn't even like cracker thin crust like you get at some of the chains, but it was a little bit thicker than that, but still really thin, and it was actually really nice and crispy. I think they used the same dough maybe that they use for the deep dish because it tasted very much so like that. It just had such a good crunch to it. The sauce was amazing. We got sausage pizza and it was so good. So highly recommend that. All right, you know what time it is? It is time for a room tour, and we are in a Viewliner roomette, and it is very different than a Superliner roomette. I'll give you this tour here. Let's pop up here and take a look. So I'm gonna flip this around and we'll start out. So you've got your doors here, and you've got your curtains that protect you. You've got your little flip lock here that you move over, open, close. And you have a big overhead light switch here, another curtain here. Now, one of the big differences is that in a Viewliner roomette, you have a sink and a commode, and they are right here in the room. You can see the commode right here, and then the sink is right here. This is pretty neat, guys. It just pops right out, and you've got your sink right here in the room. Now, when the person is upstairs, Rob, in this case, then this light, when the sink is down, you'll see the light turns red. So that signifies to the person, if he just looks down, he can see that this light is red, and not to put his feet on if it's dark and he can't see that the sink is down. So it's really nice to be able to have basically the bathroom right here in your room, and you've got a mirror right here. Hey, now up above, you'll also see, let's see if I can get up here. There we go. There's a luggage rack up here. We've got one bag up here, and then the bed is up here. We'll give you a tour of this upstairs area in a little bit when the room is done up. Now, some things to look at here is we are on a Viewliner, which means we have a lot more space, especially headroom. If you look at how high up that goes, this bed here actually pops down. Watch this. Comes all the way down to here. So Rob is actually going to have all that space. And later on, when he's back in here, he's going to get that tape measure out of his, and he's going to measure that and show you just how high that is. The other nice thing is he's got these windows here, so when the bed is down, he'll actually be able to open or close these curtains, and he'll be able to have a view if he wants it, or not have a view if he doesn't want it, or if he wants to just go up there and hang out. Now, this seat is very similar and same size as it would be like in a Superliner, but this one is actually a little bit narrower because part of the commode is taking up the space here. And then we've got, we love this, being able to control the speaker volume for the announcements being made. You can turn that all the way up or all the way down if you want to hear it. And then you've got several different types of lights. You get a little bit smaller light, a reading light, which is here in the corner. You get this higher light right here. You can make it little, and then you've got your overhead light, which you can use this mirror light. There's buttons for everyone to control, so the person above can control there, and the person below can control here, which is really great. And you've got the same thing on this side, except you've got the actual speaker on this side, as opposed to being able to control it from this side. You would just be able to you know, just hear it from this side. And you've got the same light controls here as well. What I do like here also is that you've got a thermostat control, and not just do you have a thermostat control, but you also have the air control here as well. So if you are cold, you can turn it all the way off. You can have it on low, on medium, or we've got it right now on high because of course the sun is beating into the room and making it quite warm. You've got lots of different vents and another control down here. So this is for the person in the lower bunk, and you can turn the direction of this, of what it's facing. So if you want it to face you, and the same thing here, you can turn this if you want to face. The other great thing is if you've got something to hang up here, you've got this little kind of small closet rack. Three hangers. You can probably get more if you want to put up there. So this is great, a great setup for the room. We've also got our own little trash bin as well, and our own little toilet paper right there. Now, later on, we'll give you a tour of what it looks like once it's all done up. So this is actually going to get pressed down, and this is going to get pulled out. So this is actually going to be the whole bed, and the mattress is actually upstairs right now. All right, so they have changed the menu, the flexible dining menu, but lucky for me, almost every single time they change it, there is always a salmon dish. And if you've watched our channel before, you know I love salmon. So they do have salmon on the menu still. And that is what I'm gonna have today. I think this is like supposed to be cilantro rice and some veggies here. So let's try it out. The sauce is sweet, and it's got some sesame seeds, black and white ones in there. Yeah, the rice has a nice taste to it too. It's light and not too heavy. I like it.